It's another cool, crisp morning this morning. I can see my breath. Okay, well you can't see my breath, but I can see my breath. My hands are actually cold, so I'm loving it. It's great. It's such a nice change. It's about 6 a.m. and I am road walking out of Mazama village, hoping to get a ride up the road. It's only about a mile if I don't. And then I'll hit the trail and probably see some smoke that fills a giant hole, which is supposed to be Crater Lake. But never know. Maybe it'll clear and maybe I'll get a nice view, but we'll see. Well, I just made a decision that may change the way I see things for the rest of this trail. I've just veered off the PCT onto the rim alternate trail at Crater Lake. According to the PCTA website, there's a fire closure on the official PCT along Crater Lake, well, where it goes near Crater Lake. It's as a result of a fire last year. And usually with fire closures, well, so far, they've always put them at junction points. So I guess for logistical reasons, it's easier to close the trail at a junction, have everyone veer off, than just close it arbitrarily at some random point along the trail. So yeah, what happens is the closure is actually another 5 miles up the PCT, 5.5 from where the rim trail alternate is. I was telling myself if it was a mile or so, I'd just drop my pack and go up and turn around and come back. But yeah, at the moment my feet are in a pretty bad way, and an additional 11 miles on this end of the closure, an additional 6 on the other, just to go and touch an arbitrary piece of dirt. Yeah, I just made the call, I'm not going to do it. So, it means I can no longer say I've hiked every open mile of the PCT. I very much still have continuous footsteps, except for that damn road in Tahoe. But yeah, it means there's some open miles of PCT I've now chosen to bypass. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Part of me is sort of saying, well, there are a few miles down around San Jacinto where I took the San Jacinto summit alternate, which I rationalised at the time as well, it was longer than the PCT and it summited a tall mountain. So it was definitely hard to work. So I wasn't cheating. But now, yeah, I mean, going 5.5 miles one way, just to come back 5.5 on the same spot, doesn't make a lot of sense. And same on the other end, but what do you do? Guess what you should do is go out and back. That's what a purist would do. So I don't know where that puts me. I don't know how that'll affect future decisions, but I guess we'll see. For now, I'm on a hill. I'll walk up it. And behind me here, you can see the beautiful and majestic Crater Lake. Isn't it amazing? It's stunning. Obviously, I'm talking shit. You can't see anything. Not a thing. Nothing. Like, it's a giant smoky void. Occasionally I can see the faint outline of a little tiny, I think it's Wizard Island or something out there, but, oh yeah, I can just see it over there. Can you see it? No, you can't, because you can't see anything. 1,800 miles to get here. Smoke. That's life, I guess. Carrying on. Howdy. It's about 3:30. It's been a fairly slow day today. for good reasons though. Met some newish people and sort of hiked with them for most of the day. It meant the pace was a lot slower. It was a very casual stroll, but it was good. It was enjoyable just to have people to talk to for pretty much most of the day. German girl and an American guy, or Chinese American guy rather. So his family's Chinese and he lives here, and yeah, just talking all kinds of crap, solving the world's problems, usual. Looks like it's going to be just a day in the low, probably in the low 20s, maybe like 23 or something, which, to be honest, my feet are a fair bit happier about the slower pace and the slower miles. They're still letting me know they're there, but certainly not as painful. Definitely disappointing that we didn't really get to see Crater Lake. The smoke cleared a little bit. It's like at one stage I could see some of the water and a little bit of Wizard Island and some of the cliffs all on the edge, but certainly nothing like the pictures that if you Google Crater Lake you'll see. Nothing even remotely similar to that. And the extra kick in the guts is that it is completely smoke free where I am now. I mean, obviously I'm in the trees, but I can't detect smoke at all. Can't see any kind of haze. I can see blue sky above me. Can't smell it. I think the smoke from, it's like Timber Fire 6 or something like that. It's about northeast of Crater Lake. I think that might have been the smoke that was filling the area. And I believe now I'm probably due east, or maybe, yeah, probably due east. I'd like to say northeast, but probably just east of that fire, and maybe that's gotten me out of the path of the smoke. Maybe the smoke's going south, west, down towards Crater Lake. I'm not sure, just speculating. Excuse me. So it's quite a long dry stretch. It's potentially up towards 40 miles. There are a couple of water caches, however you want to pronounce it. I don't like to rely on them, but 40 miles is more water than I can carry. The only way I could do that section with the capacity I have to carry water, and also my physical ability to carry water, would have been to night hike the whole thing. So instead, the caches look to be well maintained, and sorry Danny, I know you hate people relying on caches, but I'm going to just do it for these ones. But yeah, it's just such a long carry. Without it, there's barely doable. So so far the first cache I came past was stocked at about 70 or so litres left at it, and I believe the same person maintains the next one, which I should be coming up on in about the next 10-15 minutes, and hopefully it will also be well stocked. I think I'll be camping somewhere near it, to be honest. Just there's a 1,500 foot climb straight after it, over about 5 miles, and I'm not really feeling the need to push up the climb and take myself up to about a 30-mile day. Not when the last few mornings have been so amazingly cool and crisp. So hopefully, fingers crossed that tomorrow it's just as cool in the morning and I can do that climb when it's just perfect hiking weather. So we'll see.